We'll go back all the way to the infamous, or for some people, famous and brilliant 12 2/3 decision. During that process, if you go all the way back in history, I never heard anyone from any side threaten the judiciary the way I heard it when Mr. Datti was speaking on television.
Nobel Laureate Professor Wole Soyinka has condemned the recent outburst of Senator Datti Baba Ahmed, the running mate of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, describing it as unbecoming utterances. Soyinka, who appeared on Arise television morning show program on Wednesday, knocked the Labour Party vice presidential candidate over his comments on the outcome of the presidential polls and the proposed inauguration of the president-elect Bola Tinubu during an interview with Channels Television on March 22, 2023.
The interviewer asked him several times. He said, "What will you do if the Supreme Court judgment is against you? If the interpretation which you are offering about the constitutional aspect of this election, if it is against that of the Supreme Court and they find against you?" And he kept saying, "No, it's not even open to analysis. The word says and it's very clear. And the Supreme Court, in its wisdom, had better give this, in other words, his interpretation." I mean, this is trying to dictate to the supreme arbiter of the nation. Whatever you think of the Supreme Court, it is an institution we all revert to sooner or later.
Soyinka also condemned the attacks on non-indigenous in Lagos State during the just concluded general elections.
There was a real targeting of certain sections of Lagos where the Igbo population was prominent. And I think that was disgraceful and deserved to be condemned by every serious thinking person.
When asked to assess the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, the Nobel Laureate responded this way.
He's living on a very sour note, a note of sadism. I'm referring to the policy which overnight impoverished millions and millions of Nigerians. You know, the currency change, etc., etc. If he was hoping to go out on a high note, I'm sorry, he will find himself, he has disappointed. That single action has really wiped out the major part of his achievement, because to have embarked on an action like that and to have attempted, in fact, not just attempted, to have moved to disobey the judgment, the decision of the Supreme Court over the currency validity is for me a sour legacy to leave to those who believe in democracy and who believe that the primary duty of any leader.
He called on the incoming president to restructure the country by decentralizing the government.
Decentralization. That's all I want out of the incoming government, whichever it is. Let us have a genuine, not rhetorical, but a genuine, practical, detailed decentralization, the redevolution of powers, more devolution of powers to the various arms, the various tiers of government, state, local government, the reinforcement of civil entities, civil society in the various groupings. That is the kind of structure which I want.
Recall that the People's Democratic Party candidate, Atiku Abubakar, who came second, and the Labour Party candidate, Peter Obi, who came third, have both gone to court to challenge the victory of the All Progressives Congress APC candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Kayode Adigbile reporting for Pop TV News at Dwekiti.
People of the Fountain,